Your cat is meowing more than usual, and you've probably already guessed why. Hungry, attention-seeking, maybe just being dramatic. But here's what most cat owners don't realize. A sudden change in meowing is one of the earliest signals your cat can give you that something isn't right. Cats can't tell us in words when they're uncomfortable, confused, or in pain, so they use the only tool they have, their voice. It doesn't matter if your cat is naturally chatty or normally silent. Breed and personality decide the baseline. What actually matters is the change from that baseline. Today we're breaking down the 7 most common reasons cats suddenly become more vocal, from the completely harmless to the ones that mean it's time to call your vet. Number 7. A change in their environment or routine. Cats thrive on routine, and even the smallest disruption can make them feel unsettled. A dinner that's served later than usual, a food bowl moved to a different corner, new furniture, overnight guests, a new baby, or another pet joining the household can all trigger unexpected behavior. Instead of quietly adjusting, some cats begin following their owners from room to room, meowing repeatedly, as if they're trying to understand why everything suddenly feels different. This type of vocalization is often their way of seeking reassurance, rather than signaling illness. If your cat is still eating normally, using the litter box, grooming themselves, and behaving as they usually do in every other way, the cause is often behavioral rather than medical. Try keeping feeding times consistent, returning familiar items to their usual places when possible, and giving your cat extra attention and reassurance. In many cases, once their routine feels predictable again, the excessive meowing gradually fades within a few days. 6. Boredom, loneliness, or lack of stimulation. Cats may have a reputation for being independent, but that doesn't mean they enjoy being bored. Even the most self-sufficient cat needs daily mental stimulation, physical activity, and social interaction. Without enough enrichment, some cats begin wandering from room to room, meowing repeatedly as if they're searching for something or someone to engage with. They may stop in front of you, meow expectantly, then walk away hoping you'll follow. This type of vocalization is often a request for attention rather than a sign of illness. Try setting aside time each day for interactive play with a wand toy, offering puzzle feeders that make mealtime more challenging, or providing climbing trees and window perches where they can watch the world outside. One of the biggest clues is what happens afterward. A bored cat usually becomes calm and quiet once they've had enough play, attention, or mental stimulation. A cat that's truly unwell, however, often continues meowing even after all of those needs have been met, because the problem isn't boredom, it's something deeper that deserves attention. 5. Stress or anxiety. Cats are incredibly sensitive to changes in their surroundings, even when those changes seem small to us. A new baby, a new pet, overnight guests, loud construction, moving furniture, or even a different daily routine can leave a cat feeling anxious and uncertain. While many stressed cats choose to hide, others react in the opposite way. They may pace from room to room, meowing repeatedly, as if they're trying to understand what's happening or calling out for reassurance. You might notice them following you more closely than usual, becoming restless, or struggling to settle down. Fortunately, this type of vocalization often improves once your cat begins to feel safe again. Providing quiet hiding places, maintaining regular feeding and play schedules, and introducing changes gradually can make a big difference. If the meowing continues long after your cat has had time to adjust, or if it's accompanied by a loss of appetite, hiding, or other unusual behaviors, it may be time to speak with your veterinarian to rule out an underlying medical problem. 4. Aging-related confusion, especially at night. As cats grow older, changes in their behavior aren't always a normal part of aging. One of the most overlooked signs is a senior cat that suddenly begins crying or yowling during the night. Many owners assume their cat is simply lonely or demanding attention, but in some cases, the real cause is feline cognitive dysfunction, a condition similar to dementia in people. Affected cats may wake up confused, forget where they are, or become disoriented in the dark, causing them to call out repeatedly until they hear a familiar voice or find their owner. Some may even wander through the house. While this behavior can be upsetting to witness, it isn't something you should simply accept as old age. Your veterinarian can evaluate whether cognitive decline or another medical condition is responsible. In many cases, simple adjustments such as night lights, a consistent bedtime routine, easy access to food, water, and litter boxes, along with appropriate treatment, can greatly improve your cat's comfort and reduce nighttime vocalization. 3. Pain. They're trying not to show. Cats have evolved to hide pain remarkably well. In the wild, showing weakness could make them a target for predators or rivals, so even our pampered house cats still instinctively mask discomfort whenever they can. But pain doesn't always remain silent. Sometimes the only clue is a change in their voice. You may notice your cat meowing when they jump onto the couch, crying out as you gently pick them up, or wandering through the house, letting out unusual, unexplained calls. These vocalizations are often easy to dismiss, but they can be your cat's way of telling you that something hurts. Arthritis, dental disease, urinary problems, injuries, and abdominal pain are all common causes. Pay close attention if the increased meowing appears alongside other subtle changes, such as hiding more often, eating less, avoiding high places, grooming less, or becoming reluctant to move. While any one of these signs may seem minor on its own, several occurring together paint a much clearer picture. The sooner the underlying cause is identified, the sooner your cat can receive the treatment they need and return to living comfortably. 2. An underlying medical condition. Sometimes, increased meowing isn't caused by behavior at all. It's the result of an underlying medical condition. 2 of the most common causes in cats over the age of 8 are hyperthyroidism and high blood pressure. Hyperthyroidism speeds up the body's metabolism, often leaving cats unusually hungry, restless, losing weight despite eating well, and far more vocal than they used to be. High blood pressure, which is frequently associated with kidney disease or hyperthyroidism, can affect a cat's eyesight and overall behavior, sometimes leading to unexplained crying or confusion. These conditions can't be diagnosed simply by watching your cat at home. They require a veterinary examination and blood tests to identify the real cause. The encouraging news is that both conditions are highly manageable when caught early, allowing many cats to continue living comfortable, happy lives with the right treatment. 1. They're simply trying to tell you something. Sometimes it really is that straightforward. An empty water bowl, a dirty litter box, a closed door, a toy stuck under the couch, or just wanting company. The mistake most owners make is assuming every meow means feed me. Instead, pause and watch what happens right after they vocalize. Cats are consistent communicators once you learn to read the pattern. The real takeaway: there's no correct amount for a cat to meow. A vocal cat isn't a problem. A quiet cat isn't a problem. The warning sign is change. A quiet cat suddenly crying all day, or a talkative cat becoming dramatically louder or more persistent than normal. You know your cat's normal better than anyone. Trust that instinct. When something shifts, don't assume drama. Consider it a possible early signal, and when in doubt, let your vet rule out anything medical. Your cat can't say, "I don't feel well," but if you're paying attention, if this helped you understand your cat a little better, hit subscribe for more real, practical pet health content. And drop a comment letting me know. Has your cat's meowing ever changed suddenly?